Hi, this is Mr. Shumway. This video clip works with some linear problems. One of the main ones is an auto repair bill, parts and labor. There's some other kinds of problems thrown in that follow the same model. So the bill for the repair of an automobile includes both parts and hourly labor costs. The cost for parts was $180. The cost of labor was $90 an hour. If the mechanic spent 8 hours on the car, the total bill will be, well, the bill is equal to the parts plus the labor times the number of hours. And we know that the number of hours was 8, so, oops. So we know that it's 180 plus 90 for 8 hours, so that'd be 720. So that would be 900. So that's just evaluating. I can jump my skateboard 2 inches, and each week I practice I can jump 3 inches further. If I practice every week, it will take how many weeks until I can jump 28 inches? So my jump is equal to how far I can jump now plus how much further I can jump every week that I practice. And my jump's going to be 28 when I practice enough. And so I need to find out what that W is. So I need to solve that equation for W. So I'm going to subtract 2 from each side. Gives me 26 equals 3 times the number of weeks. If I divide each side by 3, that tells me 8.7 weeks. So that one is a solving. It's a linear equation as well, but it's solving this time instead of evaluating. The alfalfa in my hayfield is 4 inches high and growing at a rate of 1.4 inches a day. In 6 days, the hay will be about how tall? So the height of my alfalfa is equal to how tall it is now plus how tall it grows every day. 1.4 inches per day times the number of days. We'll just write that in general for now. We'll leave it as D. We just happen to know that the days will be 6. So we can go ahead and put that in. And 6 times 4 is 24. Carry the 2. 6 times 1 is 8 plus 2 is 8. So I have 8.4 plus 4 is 12.4 inches. That one's just evaluating. The bill for the repair of an automobile was $326. Parts were $221. The cost of labor was $78 an hour. Write an equation that expresses the total bill for the repair of the automobile. Solve the equation for the number of hours the mechanic spent how many hours working on the car. So I say, well, the bill is equal to parts plus labor. And we know that the bill was 326. That's equal to 221 plus $78 an hour times the number of hours. Solving. To find out what the hours are, we have to get rid of the 221 from each side. And that gives us 105 is equal to $78 an hour times the number of hours. To find out how many hours, we just divide the $78 per hour. And that tells us not quite an hour and a half. 1.35 hours. I can mix up the dough for a batch of cookies in 15 minutes while the oven heats. I can fit 10 cookies on a sheet. It takes 8 minutes to bake a sheet of cookies. To have 80 cookies ready to eat will take how many minutes? So the time to cook is equal to 15 minutes plus 8 minutes times the number of batches. Well, how many batches am I going to have to make? If I'm going to make 80, and I can fit 10 on each one, that says I'm going to have to make 8 batches. So my time is equal to mixing up the dough plus 8 bake minutes in the oven 8 times. So that'll be 64 plus 15 is 79 minutes total. So just some linear equations kind of around an auto repair build and similar problems.